we say no? How do we say no nicely? How do we say no sincerely? Today I'm not going to be talking about what the importance is to saying no and why it's important to say no and all the reasons behind why all of this is important. Today I'm just going to focus on how to say no. Somebody approached you, somebody came up to you, somebody wants to ask a favor of you, and you already in the first seconds when the person starts talking, when your friend starts talking to you, you already have this sinking feeling in your stomach of, uh-oh, what's she gonna ask from me? Uh-oh, I know what's coming next. And that feeling is telling you no, and it's telling you, I want to run away from here. I don't want to be in this conversation. I don't want to be put into this place because I'm a nice person and I have a hard time saying no. Okay, so how do we say no? How do we say no nicely? How do we say no sincerely? How do we say no and mean it? How do we say no and not hurt the other person's feelings? But how do we say no and get out of doing what we don't want to do? Let's call her Sarah. Sarah has a problem, and Sarah comes to you because she needs her problem solved, and she's asking a favor of you. She wants you to watch her children. She wants you to bake a cake for a neighbor. She's on the welcoming committee. Or she wants you to join this welcoming committee because it's so important to be a welcoming neighbor in your community. And she's coming up to you and she has this need and she's coming to you with her need and she wants you to help solve her problem. So what happens to you? You say, oh no, I really don't want to do this. So what do? I have to tell her no, and then I have to give her a really good reason why I can't do it, because otherwise she might think I'm not a nice person or who knows what. It's just our reflex that we have to give a reason behind our saying no. It's interesting, we don't usually have to give a reason behind our saying yes, but when we say no, we feel that we have to give a reason for this no. And then what happens? Sarah has a problem. You want to say no, but you give a reason. You give, oh, I would really I wouldn't have any problem watching your kids, but I have to mail this important letter in the mailbox and in the post office, sent it off in the post office, and it's going to be closing soon. Or, oh, I'd really love to bake that cake, but my oven just broke down, and so I just don't have an oven. Or I would really like to be part of that committee. It's so important, but this year with my schedule, I really just don't have the time. So you said the no, but you gave a reason. And what does Sarah hear? She hears that you would really like to do it, but you now have a problem. So she's going to help you solve that problem. So what does she do? No problem. She solves your problem for you. No problem. You watch my kids and I'll mail the letter for you. I'm going in that direction anyway. No big deal. Or, oh, but you make these great no-bake cookies. They're so delicious. You can make them. That's great. You don't need an oven. Or, you only need an hour a month for this committee. It really doesn't take a lot of time. And I know that you have a day off this year from your schedule at work. So she solved your problems. She's done your errands for you. She has solved your baking problems and she has solved your time management problems. Isn't that wonderful? Except you're miserable because you really don't want to do it. Whatever it is she's asking, you just, for whatever reason you have, you just don't want to do it. So what happens? How do you get out of this? How do you learn to say no? And that's the end of the discussion. How to say no and you still remain friends. First of all, take a deep breath. And then just say no. And that might be hard for you. It might be hard just to hear the word no in the air by itself. So you can still be nice. You can still be a good friend, but you can still say no without a reason. You can say, oh, I see you're really in a bind. I'm sorry, but I just can't help you this time. Oh, I would really like to do that, but it won't work for me today. And no, oh, I really would like to help you out, but I'm sorry. That's it. Even if Sarah asks you, but why? You just repeat your answer. Oh, I'm sorry, but this time it just won't work out. And that's it. There's nothing for her to solve. There's nothing for her to fix. There's just no. This time, no. And that's it. It might be hard in the beginning. It might feel uncomfortable in the beginning, but you deserve to say no. You deserve your boundaries. You deserve your space, your time for whatever you want to do. And then when little by little you learn and feel comfortable with saying no, then when you do say yes, it's so much more sincere. It's so much more from your heart. And that's where we want to get, to a place where what we do, we're happy with what we do, and we're happy with being able to say no. So today, just practice little by little with a smile, empathetically saying, I'm really sorry, but just today, no.